Hey, how's everybody doing today? Let me ask you a question. Well, first of all, uh, you'd have to be a registered voter, but let me ask you this: if you're a registered voter, do you think your vote matters? As a registered voter, have you ever served on a jury? Um, the reason why I ask these questions is because I was recollecting the um, unfortunate experience I had to go through with these degenerates, and yeah, the jury members throughout the proceedings of that uh, fraudulent case, a color of law action, abusive process, and malicious prosecution. Uh, the jury members, the 13, the 12 main jury members, and the one alternate, they completely ignored the truth and the facts. Completely. So these are registered voters that somehow seem to think that even after all that's happened over the past several years, especially, still think that their votes matter. That they still think that they choose who gets put in a position. Are also uh, acting somewhat in the same manner, just in a little bit different context, I guess, in the courts as jury members. So we've got people who think that their vote matters on a national level, or even a local level for that matter. Because honestly, who really knows? It could all just be a shell game or make believe. They could just be making it all up. Oh, this many votes came in, and so who the hell's going to verify it? Are you, the voter, going to go actually verify how many votes were cast for each candidate? No. You're going to trust that somebody else is going to do it. So you're going to trust that somebody else is giving you the truth. Well, there you go. So we have delusional people that apparently can't comprehend reality. They live in the land of make believe and register as voters, give up their rights, uh, and do other things because they don't realize what they're actually doing. And then on top of that, they make decisions that either don't have an effect on society or they profoundly do. And so, in the voting example, yeah, in that instance, doesn't have much effect because the voters don't choose who actually gets put in position. The Electoral College does, as far as like for the presidency. Um, and I'm not an expert on elections and all that stuff. So, I mean, who knows? There could be uh, extra processes like that, or um, well, just a lie like that, in even in local elections. I mean, who knows? Who knows what they could be obfuscating and hiding from the public? Um, so, with all that being said, these registered voters are jury members. So we've got delusional people who, as I've explained to you, um, deciding on matters, basically deciding on people's fate. And these are people that apparently, in my experience, are pretty much illiterate. They can't spell simple words and they don't know the basic definitions of simple words. Um, and I guess that's relative. I mean, what they consider simple may be different from what I consider simple. But there again, I mean, that's just level of intelligence or lack thereof on their part. And so when I present the truth and the facts to them, and they ignore that and they make a decision not based on the truth and the facts, but a decision based on what their employers told them to decide. Because after all, it's the court that paid them. I didn't pay them. Hell, I was the only one in that whole entire room. Out of all the people there, I was the only one not getting paid to be there. Let that sink in for a minute. So these delusional people that think that their vote matters, they still continue to practice that, even though it's been proven that it doesn't. They are utilized. They're used as pawns. Let me put it that way. In the courts, because they're too stupid to pay attention and realize the truth and reality. They're living in make-believe. So they get a day off work. They get paid to be there. They can go sit in the whatever they call it, the jury chambers. I can't remember what they call the room where they go to. They go back there, they eat donuts, they joke around, laugh and play and giggle. All the while, they're ignoring the facts and the truth, acting like little children, and then they come out and ignore the facts and truth and make a decision based on what they're told to decide, not the facts and truth, but what the court personnel told them to decide. Namely, the prosecutor. Because throughout the whole process, the prosecutor has access to the jury that the other parties don't. So the prosecutor is essentially grooming the jury to make a decision in their favor. Because after all, that's all that matters to them is the win. They don't care about the facts and the outcome and the ramifications of what actually transpires. They don't give a shit about that. They just want the win. That's the game that they play. It's no different than playing a game of football on a football field or baseball on a baseball field or diamond or whatever you call it. They're just playing a game. And it's all about popularity, and the more wins that they get, the more popular that they are, the more opportunities for pay raises they get and position advancement. And you see how it works? So they play the game. They don't care about the outcome. Just like the voters. They say that they care about the outcome, but if they really cared about the outcome, they would pay attention to the actions and make sure that the actions actually provide the outcome that they're looking for. Not performing insanity, literally insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So that's why these people will have a claim against them. Because they ignored reality. They're living in the land of make-believe, and they essentially they're shills. They got paid to give an answer or a decision in the favor of the ones that were paying them. I mean, hello? This is going on right in the courts, right here in the county. Right in your backyard, if you're in the area or around the area. Or any area you're in. I mean, there's a county court in every county. Now, whether or not this is actually happening in every county, as far as this level of crime, treason, whatever you want to call it, I have my characterizations. But I wouldn't be surprised. So what is it going to take for you people to wake up and pay attention? I mean, at this point, at this point, if you don't see the light, I don't think you're going to. At this point, if you're still listening to this recording and you're bitching and moaning about what I'm saying and you're backbiting and you're thinking to yourself or saying to other people around you that this guy's an idiot, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, you'll never see the light. I think you're doomed for destruction. Because that's the coward's way. So, I don't know. I guess at this point, the one thing I'm thankful for is I am who I am.